on me. Betty, 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 see, Betty, 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 bet it all on me. Betty, 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 see, Betty, 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 bet it all on me. Yeah, bet on me. I got that high hand. Tell them stop playing. Wait, whoa, whoa. God sent in the top 10, got me locked in. Wait, whoa, whoa. Shot clock with it non-stop, being timeless. Tell them pay attention. Need a vibe Vans going Kanye on a wild rant. Wait, pop. You know what it is, just throwing a dime, you doubling up. Whoa, you know the odds might get a little bad, but they gotta fumble it up. Yeah, put in a prop, it's looking exotic. You know what side it is. You know what side it is. Hey,
well, that was a fun Friday night here at the Mile High. Wow! Welcome to the Nuggets Postgame Live, right in front of our live studio audience here at Ball Arena.
Yeah.
So this is a game that looked like, for the longest time, the Nuggets were going to run away with it. They were dominating.
Yep, 21
Then
points.
suddenly it looked like the Nuggets were going to lose. They were down 2 in the final minute.
Mm-hmm.
And Christian Braun came to the rescue.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end of the night, you walk away from this game saying, oh, my God, what did Nikola Jokic do?
Yeah, that's exactly right. And he took over in overtime in particular. But the numbers that he put up tonight are just, they're just insane. They're just insane. 31 points, 22 assists, 21 rebounds, the first 30-20-20 game in the history of the NBA. Yeah. In the history of the NBA. And so, yeah, absolutely. I mean, he deserves all of the accolades. He's just truly, he's truly one of the greats to ever play this game. And we get to watch him here every night.
He's all in, presented by Ball Corporation, all in for the Nuggets, aluminum, all in. And if you look at Nikola's stat line, that might look fake. That right there, that's a week's worth of stats for some centers in this league.
I couldn't even do that on NBA 2K.
He did that in one night. And you know what's amazing about this whole thing? All those numbers, he only attempted 3 free throws.
Yeah.
3 times.
Yeah. You know, it's interesting because his night got off to a really good start, obviously. He had 10 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists after the first quarter. And so he was already flirting with a triple-double after one quarter. And then he just went to work. I mean, you know, the Phoenix Suns just really don't have anybody. We've seen some exotic defenses against Nikola Jokic lately. The Phoenix Suns didn't really run one of those. And look, if you don't have the personnel to at least hold him off a little bit, and then you don't take away anything, then he's got a chance to have a really big game. He did.
The beautiful mind produces a beautiful game. Everybody, near and far, they all had the same reaction.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I mean, not only was it broadcast on Altitude Television tonight, but the ESPN national television audience saw it. Everybody saw it. There's not much more you can say. We talk about this MVP race, who does what, who scores. Nobody does a more well-rounded production of the game like Nikola Jokic. I mean, you have scores. I understand what Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's doing.
Right.
But if you added up all the numbers from Nikola Jokic on a given night, it doesn't even come close.
Yeah, so when you talk about MVP moments, right, we talk about Heisman moments if it's college football. When you talk about MVP moments and you do this on national TV in front of everybody, especially when earlier in the week you had somebody say that you weren't the best player in the world, well, then this is the statement that refutes all of that. And when you can do this in a game, and on the other side is Kevin Durant and Devin Booker and Bradley Beal, then this means something, regardless of the Suns' record. And Nikola made that statement today.
By the way, the Nuggets are now 5-0 in overtime games this season. So if it goes to OT, the Nuggets usually closed. Yeah, they do. Let's talk about Nikola's little brother. Let's talk about Christian Braun. Because he scores 25 points, but it's when he scored. That 3 at the end of the game, and I know you're going to break down the 3 at the end of the game and the 3 in overtime. Very similar plays.
Yeah, Christian Braun, 25 points in this game. So, it's interesting when you get to these situations, how defenses react. And this is just a double high post set. And when Jamal Murray clears this screen, he's going to have 2 on the ball, and that's really going to unlock the entire play. So right here. And so then the ball gets in terms of the getting to Nikola Jokic. You had a man slide over, and then you have Christian Braun open. And then again, as Jamal Murray, this is gut action as he cuts up through the middle of the lane there. There's 2 on him, and look at Christian Braun. wide open. And so this is when you're talking about basketball plays, and things happening in one space that influence things happening in another space. That allowed Christian Braun to tie the game, or to give them the lead at the time, late in overtime, late in the fourth quarter. And then obviously that 3-pointer really just put the game away in overtime. The Nuggets, execution-wise, are as good as you'll ever see offensively, because of the movement, because of the influence that allows other people to have wide open shots, and Christian Braun knocked him in.
Well, as you just illustrated, teams are selling out to stop Nikola and Jamal Murray, obviously, and they're going to just bet on letting Aaron Gordon shoot. Well, he made 7 threes tonight, tied a career high. They're betting on Christian Braun shooting. He was 4 or 5 from 3.
Yeah.
This is the only way to protect the field. The only way these guys can say, hey, you have to cover us.
Yeah.
We're going to hurt you.
Yeah, and we talked about this pregame. You know, one of the keys to the game was everybody has got to make sure that you're knocking in shots. Well, I didn't think it was going to look like this. I mean, 21 3-pointers is a season high for the Nuggets. But when you are hitting shots like that, now everything kind of, you alleviate pressure off of Nikola Jokic. In those games where he took 7 shots and 15 shots, and everybody else is, when you're not making shots to that degree, then defenses can collapse around the big fella. That was just not something they could do tonight, and you could see what happened to his scoreline as well.
All right, as we go to break, can we get the studio audience a standing ovation for Nikola Jokic making history, please? I mean, can we do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Standing O. We are witnessing greatness, and we never take it for granted. Tonight at Ball Arena, 149-141 in overtime. Let's hear from Coach Malone.
Coach, I know not the ideal result to have to go into overtime on that one, but how much good experience is it for this team? I know it was mentioned that the team had only played 17 games with this lineup or something around there. So good experience for this group.
Oh, great experience. You know, and as I told our guys after the Durant 3 to tie the game, I said, fellas, we didn't lose. Like, everybody pick your heads up. We got 5 minutes to play. Let's go out there and win the game. And I thought our fourth quarter execution offensively was just terrific. We were poised. We executed. We read the defense, made the right play over and over. To score 24 points in 5 minutes, obviously, is a thing to behold. I love the fact that we had 31 fast break points. We had 64 in the paint. That's who we've been all year long. Probably my favorite stat, the 45 assists. Only 9 turnovers. And before I get to Nikola, Jamal Murray, last 2 games, 16 assists, only 1 turnover. I mean, outstanding job of running the team, reading the situation, scoring when he should score, getting off of it when he should get off of it. That's what you want from your floor general. I think Jamal's been doing that at a very high level. And Nikola Jokic is one of one. I mean, the first player to ever have a 30, 20, and 20 game. I can't describe him, so don't ask me to. The guy's just an incredible player. And when you are one of one in this league and the tremendous history of this league, that says a lot. And there's a lot of good players in this league, but Nikola, in my opinion, is just in a class all by himself.
Can you describe the History Channel viewing experience then, if you can't describe him, what it was like for you to watch him dominate in the way that he did?
I had no idea that he had 30, 20, 20, and I had no idea that he was the first to do it. I think I heard Nikola saying to Russ, you didn't get 30, 20, 20 before? Because they have so many shared historical accomplishments. But throughout the game, obviously, you see how Nikola's impacting the game with the rebounding, the scoring, the playmaking. And it's hard to give a DP or G out when you give up 141 points. So I didn't give a chain out tonight. But if I did give one, it would be to Nikola. That team, it got to a point where they run so many pick and rolls. And Nikola's levels, to me, were so effective. Their guards, their forwards started saying, don't come play pick and roll. I'd rather play one-on-one than have to deal with 2 defenders all over me. And that's a credit to Nikola, being up, being active, having 21 defensive rebounds or 17 defensive rebounds, 3 steals. Everybody says he can't defend, but we all know that's not true. The guy's a hell of a defender, and I think you saw everything on full display tonight on an entertaining game, and just thankful we were able to come out with the victory.
He has kind of maintained that guys who are open, even if it's part of a team's game plan, whatever the situation is, should take the open shots. How much is how important is his kind of willingness to trust those guys to kick out to Christian in that situation at the end of regulation?
I mean, if you know Nikola for 10 years, he's going to make the right play. And when he's got 2-3 defenders on him, he's going to find the open man. And, Christian Braun was a 38% three-point shooter last year, shooting 37% this year from the three-point line. He's coming off of a game against Sacramento where he shot the ball really well from three. So we all have belief in Christian Braun. We all have belief in a lot of our guys that teams are daring to shoot. Well, shoot the ball. I mean, and continue to prove teams wrong for whatever they're trying to employ. But, Christian almost had a game winner, which would have been outstanding for him, so deserving. But he has 25 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. What a complete basketball game by him. But again, this is an important game to get these 2 games at home, understanding with 19 to go now, just the quality of opponents that we have coming up.
Coach, I know you, like Ryan said, you probably didn't want to go to OT, but do you allow yourself to enjoy the atmosphere, especially when it feels like you're going to be able to put it away? I mean, just
of course. Yeah, man. Like, if you don't find joy in this, why do it? I've been around people in this business. I've been around this league a long time that, would never find any joy in it. Even after a win, it was just the sky is falling. I'm opposite, man. You got to celebrate the victories. You got to celebrate the moments. That's what life is all about. But there's obviously, you celebrate for 5 minutes, then you turn the page. Oh, my goodness, we got OKC coming up. But the crowd was amazing. Was tonight 101, Katie? Was this 101 and counting? But the atmosphere, the crowd, I thought was outstanding, and they have so much to do with our success on the court, and we appreciate them.
How impactful